try to get you caught up on the beginning of this. I've done quite a bit of work before we got the camera, but from this point on, I'm gonna do my best to try to update you on what we're doing here. So I've spent a lot of time in here, being this thing was all cut loose and I had no numbers to reference from when anyway. And this post was damaged and I didn't know any numbers on where it went. So I've assembled the driver's side. We tried to use the fact the aftermarket doors, and they were so far out they didn't work, and the aftermarket hinges. So now we've got original doors. I've rebuilt the hinges completely and got them exactly accurate, exactly perfect in the center of their adjustment on the door, on both doors, and then started working all that in. So all your adjustments, I'm doing my best to put them in the center window of their adjustment range as I build this along. So I've had quite a support system in here, and I've had porta powers and my monkey bar and moving all this stuff around. I'm doing it, I've got your vehicle completely perfectly level, and I've got an exact center line of this roof, and I've got it dropped down along this center line. So every time I move something, it keeps moving this roof around quite a bit. Finally, where I'm at now, where I've got it all square and level, I've got it exactly, your roof is exactly the center of relationship to where these bottom posts are. I've got these bottom posts set at 1,570 millimeters, which is the exact width of our landing point on our chassis, on our running gear. So I've got that blocked all the way down. I have got this driver's side door set exactly perfect, within a millimeter all the way around, and the post as well. And I've got it locked out. I've fabricated you a little support system here that I hopefully will stay in here as we build this. I think there's a window where you can stay in there. And if that's the case, that'll be great, because we'll be able to shoot on this thing on and off without having to mess with our support system. I'm going to have to take this center support system out, and I will fabricate you one up here, and I'll fabricate another one back there, and I'll leave those in there until we get it on its final install. But let me give you a little closer look at what I have right now. All right, I've done a huge amount of moving on this post. Apparently it was lifted up here and wrecked at some time right here, and it's just thrown everything off. Any movement I move here, it moves it over here, because it's all connected together. But where I'm at right now, my center line and my plumb is pretty dang close. I mean, it's within a millimeter of dead center of everything, with all of my post and all my door system working perfectly. I've got a tight 5 millimeter gap right here, so that tells me my door to my post is in the right spot. Both of my doors measure 91 millimeters from the post to the landing on both sides. They're exactly the same. It's fitting all the way around. I've got a wonderful gap right there. That's actually a little tight. That's about 4 millimeter gap. But I have range to move that to 1 millimeter that I need. Got it set back here. Back here you can kind of see how bad all this is. We'll replace all of that, and we'll replace all of that later on. And up under here, under that pan, we'll replace all that. I'm fixing to cut this rear support section out, because I'll have to have that gone to get it to sit on your body. And then you can see how good this body line, I'm a little cramped in this room, but yeah, so far so good on all that. And then when you open this door up, I've got a really good door seal landing down through here, exactly the same on both sides. And then inside here, I'm going to leave this 1.5 inch square tubing inside here for a frame and structure for this piece, so that we'll be able to put it on and off and give it support. I'll be plug welding all this in place here before too long. But you can see how good that window fits. Both sides are exactly the same. Both sides are exactly the same in their adjustment points. Both posts are exactly the same. So, so far so good on this. Then I'll give you a quick look at what we've got over here. I'll try to keep it covered up so we don't get overspray on it, but just give you an idea of what this looks like at this point in the game for later reference. And there's our donor chassis. So let's get back to work.